So now we will get into objection handling. So I want people to put it in the chat box, not orally, put it in the chat box as to what kind of objections you get when you have shown a property. Okay, after that, what happens? What do people say on the day of the site visit? We'll think and get back. Yeah. Then price is high. Then price negotiation. Neighboring area is not good. Too much of negotiation. Situation is bad for property buying. I will talk to my family and get back. We'll discuss with family and we'll get back. We'll show to my wife. Location preference not matching. Budget issues. What is that? Alteration. No, Sudesh, I didn't understand. If interested, I will call.
Alteration, ANT, it is ANT.
Alteration, okay. Nirav Mehta, location issue. Exact matching is not happening. Okay, so we'll address one by one. Okay, I'll keep this as one of the topics to discuss. Now, most of the people will say, I'll get back to you. Okay, more or less, they will say, I'll get back to you. And when people say, I'll get back to you, what does it mean? They are being polite in rejecting. Okay, they are very polite in rejecting when they say, I'll get back to you. I'll think and get back to you. So how do we change this and make it happen, right? We need to say that, when I have in my industry, the past experience, Mr. So and so, whenever people say that I will get back to you, 99% of the people have not got back to me after that. Okay, what does it take today if we have to do business today? Is a question that you should ask. What does it take for you to do business today? What do you want? What is that is required? What is blocking you? What is preventing you from taking a decision? This is one question. If you say, no, actually, he is going to reply in that manner. No, actually, I thought, the price is little high. So it means to say that the price is an issue for you. So can we discuss about that price part of it and then see whether it is workable? Okay. If the payment options are better for you, will it be okay for you? Right. These are the leading questions that you should ask in trying to see whether we can get a closure. Okay. Now, when you know that these are the typical questions that are going to come to you in advance, when you are all aware that if a customer comes, these are the questions that he is going to ask, and each question I should handle in this manner. If you go fully prepared, then the question of getting this person take longer time in taking a decision will be avoided. Example, now I'll get back to you. This is one way of handling. Now let's come to price is high. Okay, was he not aware what was the price when the site was shown to him, when the place was shown to him? Was he not aware? He was very much aware. Then why did he not say at that time that the price is very high? Okay, so you need to ask him the question beforehand that do you find that the price is okay? Do you feel it is fine? Right? Because there are a lot of hidden assumptions in the minds of the people that, okay, dekhne ke baad, after seeing, I will start negotiating with him, right? Why we are allowing this situation to happen? In the beginning itself, supposing you put a checklist of questions that he might ask, and then keep clarifying everything in advance, lot of things will be actually, a lot of this kind of objections will be handled at that time itself. And when you really go to the site, more or less after the site visit, decision should be taken. Now next, price can be handled in that manner. So you need to make sure and ask him a question: is the price okay for you, or do you have any issue in this price? How many of us are asking him a question that we don't ask him that question? What we want is, we want him to make a site visit. For you, more than the sale, the site visit for you is important. Let him come, after that we will see. He will also think, let us go there and after that we will see. Now, a good salesman should not do like this. A good marketing person, good professional, thorough professional should not do like this. He should not waste his time or waste your time, because your time is very precious. I always keep telling that your time is very precious. You cannot afford to waste your time simply by just taking the people to site and then have an exhibition piece. He's using you. Yesterday I sent you a beautiful video. How many of you all seen that? Okay, just chat, put a chat on the I. Everybody can say I in chat box. Okay, no need to answer. Just tell me whether people have seen that video yesterday. It's a beautiful video. Good. Large number of people have seen. Manjunath, Sudesh, Anand, Sandeep, Utpal, Naresh, Saravanan, Sandeep, Chandrasekhar, Ashley, Sandeep, Dilip, Sunny, Nirav. It's a beautiful.
How did you make it, sir?
No, I didn't make it. It's a forwarded one. Okay, I got it from someone and that I have forwarded it. Okay, it is a beautiful video which is very good, and it gives you very clear information about how people are exploiting you. Okay, why should we allow people to exploit you? So if you ask those questions right in advance, he is going to say yes, no. If price is an issue, he will tell you in advance, right? And you can discuss about the price part of it in length. You take 1 hour in discussing with him beforehand, before taking him to site. Sir, if you are thinking that the let's say that 55 lakhs he is quoting, sir, the customer is quoting 55 lakhs. What do you think you can? What is your opinion? How much do you think is the right price for that? He will say, I will see that and tell you. Fine, sir, you will see that and tell me. But even then, you must be having some budget in your mind, right? Give an indication. No, if I get somewhere between 45 and 55, 50, it should be okay. Then you should tell him that, sir, the gap seems to be 10 lakhs. Okay, 45 is, the seller is quoting 55 lakhs. You are talking about 45 lakhs. Do you think this kind of gap he will accept? Okay, if you are very confident about that, I'm telling you that he will not accept. So what is the point in seeing that site? You must try and avoid showing, because even in my training program, I have always said that never show the property that easily to people. In the anxiety of our desperation to sell, and in the anxiety of showing properties to people, right? We jump into that and then start moving into this. Show them and then get into all these kind of issues. So I'm trying to say that how all we can handle the objection. Not necessary that supposing you have all the time in the world, fine. And Chandrasekhar is a very living example for how much of time he has wasted on people by simply going along with them and coming. He has not only wasted, he has lost money also. He has put his own money. He has taken people in his own, somebody commits that I'll send you a cab. They don't send the cab. Developer doesn't send the cab because he has committed to the customer that the cab will be sent by developer. Then he puts the 2,500 rupees or 3,000 rupees from his pocket and takes the customer all the way to the site. And after the site visit is over, the customer comes and says that it's very expensive. I can't pay that. So what? They want a picnic or what? At your cost. Right? Why do you want to do all that? So you need to be very, very candid beforehand, before taking the person to the site visit. If the site visit is happening, closure should happen within the next 3-4 days time. If you are not equipped to handle the customer closing within the next 3-4 days time, you have, that means it is very clear that you have not done your job properly. The job has to be done in such a meticulous manner that all the questions, all the objections, you need to write in advance. Okay, since I'm going to document this and send it to you, I'll add this. I may take 10 more minutes more. Okay, because of the exercise that I'm going to do now. Okay, we'll think and get back. I've already written. I will think it over. Then let me see more options. Let me see more options is the other one. Okay, let me see more options means after seeing this property, he would like to see some more properties and then take a decision. Okay, now be very clear in advance, asking him before the site visit is being arranged. Ask him the question, sir, after seeing this property, if you like it, will you be able to take a decision, or would you like to see more properties? Let him say that I want to see more properties. No, some people might say, no, I have seen enough number of properties. Unless there is something drastically wrong in this property, I will probably avoid seeing more properties and I may take a decision. Get into that mode. I'm sure it is very difficult. It is not easy. But you ask, unless you preempt these questions, your questions will not be answered by people. So why do you get into these kind of questions after showing the property to him? Okay. So next is pricing part of it. I told you that you should ask in the beginning itself, and we have handled that objection how it should be. Okay. The neighboring areas. Neighboring areas is not good. Location problem. Location problem. So in this location problem, location issues, you need to be in advance. You should tell him that the location has got a graveyard next to that, or the approach is slum area. Is that okay? You know, or the roads are narrow. One car will go. Is that okay? Right? These questions have to be preempted and asked. Why these are all required is, these are all the issue when you are asking all these questions, and in spite of that, if you show the property, not necessary that he should decide on the property, but at least you know very clearly that what are his expectations. And when you know all these expectations, then you will try next property when you are going to show him, you will know that these are the objections that will come to you, and you will try to see whether that property will match for him or not. So you will not be this thing. Situation is bad for property buying. This question, if it comes, then why is he coming and seeing the property? No. Right, you are also willing to show the property knowing fully well the situation is bad for property buying. Okay, then why should he come for site visit? To waste your time. Situation is bad for property buying. Then next question is, I will talk to my family and get back. Okay, I'll talk to my family and get back. Whoever has attended my training program, I have been very clearly telling people that you should not take an individual to a site visit without the family. Because without the family, if he is coming, he will not be able to take a decision. Or if he is ready, you should ask him that question. Sir, without the family, if you come, will you be able to take a decision on this? Why so many questions are being asked? To know about the pulse of the buyer, to know more about the buyer. So these questions, if you ask him in advance, right, and if you are very clear about it, then time wastage will not happen. Some of you don't even ask these questions. You simply jump into site visiting. When the site visit happens, then after that, all these questions will come. It is very difficult to answer at that point of time. Before itself, if you ask him all these questions, you know that whether this will match or not. Okay, we'll show to my wife and I'll talk to my family and Gabo. Okay, same, more or less same. So what you need to do, you need to insist on the family visit for that. Alteration is something that I have not understood. What is this alteration? Sudesh, can you unmute yourself and say what is that alteration objection will come? Like what?
changes in the flat or the bungalow, these changes should be happen.
Okay, okay. They will ask for changes, is it? Vastu changes and all
Yeah,
that.
vastu changes or anything.
Okay, okay. So this is
Some,
something which will come. So then that means our question should be that are you Vastu conscious? Do you look into all these things, area? Right? And you should be aware whether that property is Vastu compliant. Okay, Vastu compliant. See, I will tell you, you experience, you implement what I'm telling right now, and you see how miracles will happen, how magic will happen now, from now onwards. Okay, when you start asking this question and you are not willing to show the property, that person will be curious to see the property. Okay, the more you say that no, I will not show you the property, he will say no, I want to see the property. And when you are handling all these questions before you are showing the property to him, then you are more or less sure that he is going to buy or he is not going to buy. So you should go and show the property only when you are at least about 90% sure what decision he will take. You should, it is in your hands to make it clear, make the site visit fruitful. Even after doing all these things, there will be failures. Doesn't matter. But you will minimize your failures.
Sir, against this, I will get back to you or I will think it over. Can we write the questions? What are the questions to be asked so that it will be more clear?
You know, what I'm saying is, yeah, I will get back to you when he says that. I want to do business with you today, Mr. So-and-so. Okay. Tell me, what is that what do you require to make sure that the deal happens today? Okay, you should ask him that question when he says that. Why do you want to get back?
That will make him speak more, no, sir. That will make him speak more and tell him what
correct,
is there.
Correct. Then he will say, no, Sudeshji, actually what I thought, no, I think the location doesn't seem to be okay. Okay. Or the price is too high, right? Can you get me at this kind of price? Right now, then he will open up and he will say that I don't have money and all that. He will get into that mode also. I don't have that fund. When you know his problem, you can address his problem. Supposing loan is an issue, see whether you can address him in that issue. Where loan agents are there. Okay, you have contacts with loan people. So whether you can help him in that loan area. So if you know what is his problem, then you can address those problems. That is why you should tell him that whenever whoever says that I'll get back to you, you ask him a question, what should be done to make sure that the business happens today?
That means before going for the site visit, he has to be one-to-one meeting.
Yes, absolutely.
For a half an hour with family.
Yeah, with family, yes, absolutely. That's why I said that you should insist on a family visit and you should go and meet him, or he should come to office and meet him before the site visit is happening.
Correct.
Okay, I never encourage site visits without a meeting. The meeting can happen even over Zoom. That is why I said Zoom. Right. In the Zoom, you make a checklist of questions. What all objections can happen? God forsaken, whatever questions that he is asking, find an answer for that and then go with that list with you in front of you like this and then ask him.
May I ask one question, sir?
Yeah, actually.
Mostly what happens, the main person who is family head, he always see that I will see 4 or 5 properties and then I will show to my family. Always it happens, and in a single visit, never the deal is closed.
True, I agree.
At least 3 visits are taken by one client. Once he will come, then he will show to his family, then he will bring his advisor or some known person in the real estate, and then he will take the decision. Minimum 3 visits are happening.
I agree. I totally agree with you. But you should be the last person to come. Let him see other 3 properties. And then he comes to you. What you should tell him when he says that I want to see another few more options and all that. Okay. First of all, you try to ask this question in advance, right? After this property visit, will you be able to take a decision? He will say, no, I would like to. That's why I said, let me see more options when he says that. So you want to see more options, right? You have about how many properties would you like to see? 4, 5, 7, 10.
Okay.
Okay. How many you would like to see, and then take a call. When you ask him this question, then he will have to say something. I'll see and 4 more properties. Then you need to have that 4 more properties in your hand.
Okay.
Okay. You should not. I will show you that 4 properties myself. Don't worry, sir. Okay. I have properties.
We should be ready to show him that options well in advance.
Exactly. So and if he says that no, there are no other properties, so till the property comes, okay, I will wait. Means you say that, okay, sir, whenever you are ready, you tell me. I am ready to show you. But after showing, let's take a decision. Let's do business. We are here sitting to do business, right? And you see, you put these questions in advance. And if you don't get closings, okay, I will change my name after this. I can tell you, you will see magic happening after that. Because these questions are very important, very vital. And if you have answers, after that your visit is shown, 9 out of 10 cases, you will be able to close. Even then, people are very hanky-panky. They will tell you lies, and then they will come and exploit you. That is a different issue that you cannot avoid in this business. But 9 out of 10 cases you can close when you are thoroughly aware of all these objections to be handled well in advance.
In that case, my suggestion would be we should have a list of questions ready when the client comes, identify his needs at very specific level, then it becomes easy to show the proper property as per his requirement.
True.
Check
That's what I'm
list
saying.
of the question.
That is why I'm saying that these questions are to be in front of you. Okay.
See, sir, better we write the question.
Yes.
Have a list of question.
Yes. See now, can we have more questions to come if you have?
Sir, I would like to ask something, sir. Yeah. Sir, I had one rental client, and they were initially looking for a 3 BHK property. Okay, so I showed them through 3 BHK property photographs. I sent them on WhatsApp, and during that time I came to know that budget is the issue for them. So they themselves told me this 3 BHK property budget is going high. So what we are doing is thinking is that we will reduce the BHK, means we will go for 2 BHK now. And I want fully furnished flats only. So because we don't want to make bigger transportation because of this pandemic condition. So I searched some properties during that time. They 1 or 2 clients told me that if the family is non-vegetarian, we will not allow them to be in our property. So this type of question and answers were going on, which they liked it. And at the end, when I made them visit, the full family was there actually. Means mother, father, son and daughter. 4 of them were there. And they liked the property. From their wordings, we come to know that yes, they are liking the property. And they, at the end of the meeting, they told me that we will discuss this again at home and get back to you. Next day when I asked them, have you taken any decision? So the reason was said, my granny is saying no to go for it. So I wanted to know whether I did something wrong or something other thing.
No. It's okay, because these things happen. See, I told that in the process, at least in the beginning, you have been able to cut down on certain things. You made them realize that for 35K or something, they will not be able to get 3 BHK. So they have to rework on the budget part of it. That education you have given them. Okay. Right. Finally, if the granny says because of that reason they are not coming, means that is there is some reason which it is very emotional attached. That we cannot do anything about it. You have not done anything wrong in that. Okay. But you have done your job of, though, all these questions you have not asked, but even then, some filtration you have made, and then you have done that.
Right.
See, what is the idea of getting into all these things? We are here to do business. There is nothing wrong in showing properties. But I'm saying that when you're showing properties, you should be at least about 60-70% sure whether this guy is really a genuine guy or not. Because half the time in this business, we are getting exploited by people. Exploitation happens too much. Your money is wasted, your time is wasted. During that period of time, when the site visiting is happening, and then that point of time, you can do further follow-ups and many other new prospects you can do to see that whoever is interested people, you can approach them. But my confidence and my experience very clearly says that if you follow these points, right, these questions before showing the property, your success rate will be higher than what it is today. When there is no work to be done, no people are there. When this I'm telling you, when you have innumerable number of leads to handle. Supposing you have only 4 leads in hand, you don't have any other work to do. Okay. Even then, I'm telling you, 50% of these problems you should have addressed before taking him to the site visit, because your ultimate goal is what? Closure of sale. Sale should happen. That will happen only when you have answers to all these points.